remember the old days when you used to go out with your mum, say, shopping on a Saturday morning? Sometimes she might sort of call in at a cafe or tea rooms. Do you remember, genteelly as they were called in those days? There were no brands or anything like that, and literally every coffee shop was different, wasn't it? Wherever you went, they had their own individual, and it was kind of nice, wasn't it? Because you got to know the people who were serving you, the regulars who sat at their regular tables, that sort of thing. And then, of course, we've now moved into the 21st century where everything's a lot more colder, you're invisible, and, people don't really want to talk to you, they don't want to take the money, and more importantly, they just look through you because you do it with a card, everything's swiped or scanned, and if they can be bothered to pass you the cup of coffee, that's an absolute bonus. Don't get me going on the size of the cakes, because you know what I mean. And then you sort of think, well, is this a pleasurable experience? Well, over here in the United Kingdom, it's something that I wanted to share with you and really wanted to know if it was like this in the rest of the world. Let me explain. Hi, good morning. Nice to see you today on a very dark and grim sort of summer's day. End of summer, isn't it? Coming up to the end of August already. Whatever you've been doing during the summer, I hope you've kept safe and well and you stay with me throughout the winter. We're going to have lots of fun. Now, as I say, what I find odd about this is now over here in the United Kingdom, we have a lot of chains. I know you do in the rest of the world, like Starbucks, Nero. There's a new one now called Gales. Well, not new, it's been around a while. And apparently, that proves if you're living in an affluent area. Two things apparently that say that are Marks and Spencer's food hall and Waitrose food hall, and apparently you're affluent if you've got a Gales near you. Oh yes, very expensive though. Bread, £7, £8, £9, can't believe it. I know, for a loaf of bread, it's ridiculous. But now Pret a Manger, another chain that have really battled recently, simply because of course they've decided that along the way they didn't want to take cash, then they changed their mind, they were going to take cash, and then they realised that people weren't going in, so they decided to bring back the 99p coffee. You get the picture. Well, now they're trialling it in 6 shops here, and this is how bad it's actually got here in the United Kingdom, because certain staff shop members, as I say, in 6 shops so far, probably going to be rolled out across the entire branch very soon, will be wearing body cams. Now, it got me thinking, a simple cup of tea, meeting with a friend, sharing a cake, maybe sat outside, how did it come to this? Suddenly the staff, because of assaults and being pushed around and abused, now have to wear body cameras. Well, there's 2 things that spring to mind with this for me. And as ever, I'd love to know what you think to this. Makes no difference really, unless it's a major, really serious assault, because the police don't come out, they're too busy dancing, jigging, of course, and enjoying themselves, say, at the Notting Hill Carnival, or painted their faces, all the colours of the rainbow, gay pride, whatever. Can't be bothered with serious policing, in my opinion. And of course, really, when you think, wearing a body cam, does it really put anybody off in this day and age? But what I noticed recently, I was out with a friend and he popped into a bakery, a kind of famous one, and said, I want to get a sausage roll. And he did. And literally the door was opened and closed behind him. And this is because of this reason. Because people were literally running in, stealing the products and running out. That's again how bad it's got. Lawless London. And is it the same really in your part of the world? Has the experience of meeting friends for a cup of tea, a cup of coffee now become an assault course where truly you have to think, goodness, dare I sit in there? What could kick off? The pleasures of simple life are being taken away by a lawless society. Is it truly like this in your part of the world? Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.